Yo, what's up, y'all? Today I'm doing a video response to a channel I really like who posts some quality content. The channel is called the Dapper Wrist, and he is focused on dress watches with the smaller wrist in mind, which is basically opposite of my approach to this hobby. I've really enjoyed dive watches, and I have a larger wrist. I'm working with like a 7 3/4 inch wrist. I used to rock climb a bunch, and that just bulks up your forearms, which lead down to your wrist, and it never really goes away. You end up walking around like Popeye the rest of your life. So I don't have much problem with watch diameter. I could rock a bulky G-Shock. I have a Seiko Turtle I really love. It doesn't really mess with me. I know some people do, though. A lot of people do. Watch diameter is one of the biggest things people look for. So if you have a smaller wrist and you work with things under like 40, like 30s, 9s, 36s in there, and you really love dress watches, which are cool, I want to start dipping into them. Check out the Dapper Wrist. His content is top notch. Top notch. All his videos are great. I really enjoy watching his stuff. The reason I'm doing this video response to him, and I know that YouTube has kind of changed over the years, and video response isn't really the way it used to be. I don't even know if I'll be able to tag him in any way, but doing a video response to him because his last video was specifically about the enjoyment gained from mixing and matching and swapping out your straps and bracelets. So, in tradition with the channel, we're going to crack a beer and chat. Simple, cheap, Tecate. Nothing fancy gets you there. You can enjoy it. It's quenching. It's tasty. And that's what I fuck with. So, watch straps. Changing them. What do we got? Right here, Vostok Amphibia Zizu, right? First thing I did is I swapped out the bezel. That standard Vostok stainless bezel with the red dots is great, and it is honestly a signature mark of the watch brand. But I swapped it out for this loomed ceramic bezel. I'm not going to do a loom shot. My setup here is very basic and humble. I don't even know how to edit video. But trust me, the loom on this thing works, and I would even say it works better than the loom on the dial. I got it from Marinom, and it shipped from Russia. We'll get into that a little bit more later in the video. But this is the stock generic Vostok dive strap, which is great. It really is. It's probably the most supple rubber strap I've used. Right? It's incredibly soft and comfortable. It has good stretch, good flex, breathes well. All these vent holes in it. Same thing on this end. It's great. But I had two issues with it. The first issue, this guy. What do you call this little finger on the buckle? Hook? Clasp? Probably clasp. This guy will catch the fabric on my sofa, on the cushions, the armrests, everything. It's kind of a woven sofa in a weird way. And this will catch, and it'll pull threads, and now I got looped fucking threads on my sofa. That doesn't look good. My cats fucking mess with them then, and it's annoying. It's irritating. I don't want to mess up my stuff. I take care of my things. I don't want to mess up my sofa because of this watch strap. So that's number one, this guy. Number two, these keepers. They're the same incredibly soft, supple material as the rest of the strap, but on the back end, there's nothing to keep them in place. They just move freely. So multiple times a day, I'm having to readjust and send the mail end back home. I'll look down at my wrist, and then I'm looking at that, which annoys me, and I'm having to send it back home. These things drift around. I mean, it's not like I'm wearing this thing every day for 20 years and it's something that happened a few times. I'll wear it maybe a week at a time every few months. And if it's enough to stand out to me as annoying, then that's too much. I don't got time for that. I don't want to mess with that. So I got this Milanese Vostok branded bracelet. I don't know if you could see that. I'm kind of shooting blind here over my shoulder. But it has the Vostok B in the circle there. I also got this from Marinom, the same time I got the bezel. If you haven't ever done that, I'd say it's a cool experience getting it from Marinom and having it shipped from Russia. I fell into the same thing that most other people do when they post about that or talk about that. In that, I thought for sure my package got lost. Maybe it was held up in customs. Maybe they just scammed me and took my money. Just like all those posts I saw on Reddit, people mentioning the same thing, but they were reassuring that that's not what's going on. It did show up. It was just a little bit late. There's no such thing as tracking info with them. You basically get told when it leaves wherever Marinom is located, and then it just showed up on my doorstep one day with no warning, nothing, not even an email. I don't even think I got a confirmation number that or anything. But it was super cool because it showed up in all the packaging had Russian stamps on it. Russian postage, like the mailing stamps you lick and put on were all Russian, but then also the ink stamps from the post office were all in Russian. The label was all in Cyrillic, which is their language, and you could tell this thing had been through hell. It looked like it had been kicked down the street by like a little kid. The package was beat to shit. But I think it was cool. It added to the charm. And I kept it for a bit. It might still be in the closet with some watch boxes or something. I just got a kick out of it. It was covered in stamps. Like half of the package was full of postage stamps. I don't know. Anyways. So, where was I? Yes. Milanese strap. So, I got this thing to remedy the issues here. I had it on the Vostok for a bit. But it's just a little too blingy for me. It's kind of flashy. I'm subdued. I don't like that. So, I don't know. I just wasn't wearing it much. A couple months go by. I get this Casio Illuminator 50 meters from Walmart for $18.99. I had a choice between either this or a calculator watch. I rolled with this guy. It's pretty sweet. It's crisp. It is whatever. It's light. Extremely light. Extremely legible. Good chip. I use it as an alarm clock. That's my purpose for buying it. I use it as an alarm clock. I've had some power outages. I've had some cell phone charging issues. And it's made me late for work. And that's unacceptable. I'm going to take ownership for that. Find an alternate means. Now I got this and my phone. This is a Casio 3224. And it's great for what it is. I mean, can't be mad at it for... less than a dinner out, and something we'll always have now. And this is the strap that it came on. This is the strap the little Casio came on. These are my only two watches that are 18 millimeters. And just as I was talking about at the top of this video, the Dapper wrist, he was saying he kind of just goofs around on the couch and changes things out. And I do the same exact thing, and that is exactly how I wound up with this stuff, with this abortion and this normal looking thing. I was just sitting there. I said, "Fuck it, let's throw the Casio strap on," and I ended up really liking it. It has these grooves here and here, and what they do is they keep the keeper in place. I've never had that issue where I look down and the mail end is out. It hasn't happened yet, and I've had it on this thing for months now. And again, this guy is plastic, but he fits in his keeper just way better. I have no issues with this snagging on anything. I haven't had it happen one time. Um, and the irony here is this this Casio with this strap costs less than the Milanese bracelet did with shipping and everything from Marinol. So I kind of just wasted money on that. I could have, if I had known, I would have just got this thing and moved on and been happy. Um, it's great. It does the job perfectly. It doesn't sweat. Has enough give in it that it stretches when my wrist is swelling. Um, it's gray, which matches the gray details on the dial. Um, it works out well. I like it. It's it was a successful experiment. The only thing, there's a little bit of a fitment issue here. It flares out past the lugs. I'm going to probably do another video later on where I adjust that and just file it down because it's not going to matter. This thing is square. If this strap comes out of here square, it doesn't matter at all. You ain't even going to notice. And then you got this guy. It's hideous. It was an experiment, but I end up really liking it. The combination of this like blingy Milanese bracelet with this ultra cheap plastic Casio that could be like a kid's watch. It's an interesting combination that I get a lot of pleasure out of. And it's incredibly comfortable. If you've never worn one of these bracelets, I give it a shot. Oh no, did I get out? Okay. Give it a shot. They don't pull your hair on your arm. They breathe well. They're reasonably flexible. You know, it's not like a Jubilee or anything, but reasonably flexible. And they look old-timey. It looks like something a grandfather would have on his watch. And the combination with this ultra-cheap plastic Casio here, I think it just, I don't know, for me it works. I wear it. It's in the rotation with everything else. And I've actually gotten a compliment on it at work in a meeting. It popped out at someone and, you know, they mentioned it, which it's rare. You know, people don't really comment on watches, even, except for like maybe a watch guy that's like, hey, nice, you know, samurai, or hey, is that a Seamaster or whatever. But to just get kind of a civilian that does, this guy, he wears an Apple Watch if he's wearing anything. That's kind of cool, and it put a smile on my face, and I enjoy it. So, to get back to the point here, swap out your straps, experiment, have fun, mix and match, right? Someday maybe I'll find a home for this thing, and who knows what it might be. Who knows? And have fun with this hobby and make it your own. And it's for you. Enjoy it. And check out the Dapper Wrist channel. Hit him with a follow and say that I sent you his way. All right. I'll catch you guys later. And have good holidays. All right. Peace.